Hello, 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 hello. Matt back with the new episode of the Monchi Method. We are bringing it back. It has been a little while since we did the last episode, and for full transparency, we actually played ahead, and it went very, very, very poorly, which resulted in me starting a new save with FC Norgeland. I spoke to a few guys in the Discord chat that I'm in, and said, "Would you be interested if I went back and sort of reloaded it, and sort of tried again to see if I can identify what was going wrong and yada yada yada." Everyone was up for that. So that's for full transparency. If you're not interested now, then and you see it as cheating or save scumming, whatever you want to see it as, then that's up to you. But I spoke to a few guys who were happy with that, so that's what we decided to do. Um, and it's actually gone a lot better. You can see we are 5 points behind PSG, sitting second in the league, and we're through to the next round. The knockout stages of the Champions League. I'm just going to click on the schedule and show you here. The last time we left you off, I had wanted to play the PSG game when we changed the tactics somewhat, and it didn't work as we said. And then we had a couple of games after that, and it wasn't working again. Um, 3 losses on the balance and the board. We're getting a bit annoyed. We went into this game against Cannes in the original 4-3-3 system that we were playing, which included the box-to-box midfielder, and I had Monchi as a DLP on a more defensive role. And you can see we played well. The defence had a fair bit to do, in all honesty. Um, wasn't great, wasn't amazing. I had a little think and thought, what's going wrong and what's not working, and I had identified that the box to box midfield role wasn't working. So we changed the tactic up ever so slightly. You're going to look at this now, and it's not pleasing on the eye. It's not aesthetically pleasing. But we changed to this. Ducore plays as a Segundo Volante now, which is basically a box-to-box midfielder, but he doesn't get into the box. He sort of patrols around the edge of the area and then makes a break if he can do. And Owusu is the ball-playing defender, ball-winning midfielder, and he sort of just patrols around here. Monchi is now also on support, which allows him to sort of dribble around a little bit more. And you can see we peppered them. We won 4-1. It's a system that we stuck with and adapted it ever so slightly. And look at these results: 4-1 on Jay, 2-1 against Chelsea. That was a great result. 2-0 Strasbourg, 2-0 Lens, 4-1 Sevilla. Another great result. Sevilla's team on this is crazy. They took the lead as well really early on, and then we just slapped them everywhere. 1-0 against Rennes, 2-1 against Ajax. Again, another great performance. 3-0 Saint Etienne, 2-1 Nantes, and 3-0 Monaco. And then it finally come tumbling down, as always, against our old team in EA Guingamp. Yeah, it's gone very well. What I wanted to do, you can see I'm on the 6th of January, which only means one thing, is that we've looked at data, we've looked at statistics and whatnot. I'll dive into them in a second, but you can see here's the tactic now. Schick plays as an inside forward attack. Danjuma is an inverted winger on support. If we're not playing Danjuma there and we're playing either Lacazette or Durrami there, they play as an inside forward on attack, and that goes to a support role. And up front, Lacazette plays as a trequartista. He's not quite got the legs to run anymore. But Mohamed Darame is the out-and-out number one starting striker at the moment, and I'll show you why in a bit. We're still sticking with a positive mentality. We used to play attacking, but we were getting caught out at the back, which resulted in Emerson dropping down to a support role and the mentality dropping to support. And in midfield, Monchi sort of just roams around these areas and picks out pass after pass after pass. Owusu will sort of patrol around the back four and then maybe sort of drop in here as Monchi goes up. And then Segundo Volante role, he's just all over the gaff. Ducore's got a few assists from around here at the moment. I love Ducore in real life. You know I'm an Everton fan. Dukes is a fantastic player. He was for Watford. I seen him for very cheap, and he's still physically a beast on this game. So I thought, you know what, we'll have him, and I'm glad we did. But in true Art Attack fashion, here's one I made earlier. This is a little viz that we made of the squad profile. It's done by age and by minutes that they've played. Obviously, this is the average line here. I've not got it loaded in Table O. You can see it down pinned at the bottom there. but we've got it just as a paint. Because I actually loaded these up last night. I was up till 2 in the morning watching NXT, and I was doing all the background work for it there. So you can see age-wise and minutes-wise, Luca Netz, who came in, the left back, the German guy, he is just a wonderful, wonderful player. He's getting many, many minutes ahead of Gideon Mensah, who you can see down here. He's now the backup. He was the starter last year. And Malang Sarr sort of plays every now and again, pretty much on the average. If we just click on Luca Netz now, if we just show you him, he's actually now being described as a wonder kid. He has really, really come on leaps and bounds. He's getting a lot of international games now. You can see he's got 14 under 21 caps for Germany. And that was favourite personnel. What a guy. Got him for free. And this was part of the whole, we can do the Monchi method and look at these players from lower leagues and look at statistics all we want. But also part of doing sort of a Moneyball style save is finding undervalued players, and transfer listed players can definitely be undervalued. Nets was transfer listed. We got him out of contract on a free. Other players who were transfer listed was Ducore. We had a Wusu. Emerson, who was transfer listed. Perez, who's a very good defender. He was transfer listed. Patrick Schick, of course, our top goal scorer last season. He was transfer listed. It's just worth having a little look at that. But there's the squad profile. It sort of screams out to me that we weren't playing Luis Enrique enough, and we said in a previous video that we were going to give him a lot more game time. Same for Leonardo Beledi, wasn't playing an awful lot. Guevara, Benkovic, all these guys. We made a decision based on this. Guevara came in on loan. He's going to go because that was just as a cover, because we actually lost one of our key players to Arsenal. I can't remember if I've shown it in the last video. It's been a little while. We actually lost... I can't even remember his bloody name. It's gone. I've lost his bloody name. Out to Arsenal on transfer deadline day. Fausto Vera left for £51 million. Very good player. He really was. Look at those stats and those attributes. But the whole point of this style of football and the style of football manager is becoming sustainable. You can see Marseille signed him the year before I arrived for £7.5 million, and we sold him for £51 million. That's ridiculous. That's nearly a 100% uplift. You're looking at around 65% uplift on them, and that's fine. We're going to lose players. We're going to bring players in, and you can still see net spend wise, we are about £9 million in the black, which again, that's exactly how we do it. But yeah, looking at the squad profile that we did have up there, it identified that Guevara, Mensah, Beledi, Danjuma, Benkovic, and Bamba weren't playing enough. They're all around the age that they're not really going to develop. There's players like Correa, who's a backup anyway. He can play left back or right back, and he's back up to Emerson and Luca Netz. That's why he was brought in. And you can see sort of we're getting on a little bit in certain areas. Definitely up front, we need more cover there. Midfield wise, these two are getting on a bit more, and these three players are pretty much in their prime: Schick, Kaletakar, and Odero. So next thing I wanted to look at them was what are the average ratings of these players who were playing, and again, minutes wise, you can see these guys down the bottom weren't playing an awful lot. They really weren't. But what I wanted to have a little look at, and you can see it here, key performers: Ordero, Monchi, and Nets. They, and even Emerson to an extent. Emerson's been injured a little while. You can see he's not played as many minutes as he did last season. These are the guys to build the team around, and it's very important to build a very good spine in your team. You can see Ducore's average rating's just short of what it was, of what the average is there, which is about 6.95. Same for Elisha Wusu, who only came in, Aguirre, Benkovic and whatnot. But Beledi, Mensah, a little bit over the average rating for the minutes played. That led us to the decision then that we got rid of Bamba and we got rid of Benkovic, because we've got players in the team, particularly Luis Enrique. You can see even Dan Jumas performed better than Bamba. Henrique just wasn't getting enough game time. Really, I think that was my bad. I wasn't rotating enough. But he's in around like this middle of the pack who can shoot up to the upper echelons if they're given more game time, and he's only a young player. So you can see we decided we got rid of Kikas. He was just rubbish. And Benkovic and Bamba both went out for a combined total of around 10 million. We made a bit of profit on Benkovic because we signed him for 2.9 million, I believe. And based on the squad profile and the average rating, it would dictate that Leonardo Beledi is probably a little bit better than Benkovic. And it sort of goes into what I look for in centre backs, which you've heard me talking about in the past, which is anticipation and positioning. Leonardo Beledi, 14 anticipation, 15 positioning. When he does play, he's very good. He's just a backup option. We played him in a league game the other day, and he had a very, very good game. He came in for Coletta Car. And that's what we decided to do. Luis Henrique, then, he actually got more game time. You can see 934 minutes, where if we look at this here, Luis Henrique was only getting around 500 minutes when this viz was made, which was at the start of December. So we made the decision, Luis, you need to play a little bit more, mate. And he has been sensational recently. If we look at his form, dipping off slightly now. It's around December we started playing him more. You can see we were using him as an inverted winger, and he wasn't really creating anything. So against Sevilla, we brought him on after 45 minutes as an inverted forward, as an inside forward. Got a goal and assist. I thought, okay, you've done well, mate. You get a start against Rennes. He played very, very well against Rennes. Another, solid performance there. Rested him for the Ajax game. Saint Etienne, goal and an assist. Nantes got himself a goal. Rested against Monaco and against Guingamp. We all had a bit of a shocker. But Luis Henrique is definitely that backup option that we were after. 22 years of age, can still improve. However, as this is how we like to play Football Manager, and this is what we do, he got a nice little bid of £20 million from Benfica and Jiangsu Suning. I can't turn down £20 million for a player that's a bit of a bit part player. Can't really improve him much more. Very good player in his own right, don't get me wrong, but we decided to accept the offer. And with that money, we have invested in a wonder kid of the game, somebody who is known worldwide by name despite being so young, and it is Ryan Cherky. He plays for Lyon in real life. He went to Juventus on the sea for £5.25 million. He didn't play really much over in Turin. We went, you know what, mate, we'll have you £12 million. Can play on either side. He can also play up front if need be. Either footed, he comes deep to get the ball, he tries tricks, and he runs with the ball often. I'm going to try and change the comes deep to get the ball, train that out of him, and we want him to cut inside from both wings. So we're just going to pop that on there now. He is going to be sort of like the third choice now. We need to play him as much as possible because he's at that age between sort of like 17 and 21, where if you don't get the game time, you're just not going to develop. Speak to Colo. What's Colo saying? Colo, 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 Colo. Cut inside from both wings. Thank you, Colo. I love you. What? Do you know what? He's actually a very good coach on this game, Colo Torre. But yeah, so Luis Enrique is going to be going. Ryan Cherky come in, and as we identified before, with the squad profile, we do need to start thinking ahead to the future. We've got so many players in reserve that could potentially become first choice players, and even William Goebbels there, he could definitely be a squad option. We've got 32 players out on loan. Hussein Cohen, who is fantastic. You can see for a regen, he's the best regen I've got at the club. I'm just going to leave that up there so you can have a little look at that. He was on loan at Orleans in the second division last season. Done very well there. We sent him out to Rio Ave, and he's smashing it over in Portugal. A very good development league for us. He's definitely a striker for the future. Yeah, he's definitely one who can come in and make an impression in the future. We also made the decision to sell Benkovic because we have got this guy, David Vinias. He is out on loan at Sporting Lisbon. 20 appearances for a team playing European football at the age of 20. He's a good defender. He's quicker, he's a lot more physical, he's very agile, very tall, very good in the air. He's probably going to come in and be the rotation option at the end or coming into next season. Ball playing defender as well. Look at these average ratings. Oh my god, I hadn't even noticed that. Not done great in the Champions League, but I think they may have been knocked out now. He did only play one game for them, to be fair. Yeah, we got City, of course we did, so we're probably going to out of that. Jamie Vardy's at Celtic. Holy moly. Oh, he's got no legs. Yeah, Sporting are out of that now then. How about the Europa League? Sporting in the Europa League? Yeah, still in the Europa League. So, David Vinias is getting brilliant experience out on loan. He's going to come in and be the backup option um, to Perez and Kaletakar, as well as Beledi. And obviously we've got Camara, who is a bit of a utility man. Midfield wise, obviously we lost Fausto Vera, and we panicked and brought in Guevara on loan, but we've got a few players who can play in a central midfield position. One being this guy Bruno, who came in on a free transfer. He was part of the. Do you know when I go looking for the under 23s for free agents on the 31st of July? Um, this guy, he came in again, classed as a wonder kid, straight away on loan to PSV, and has done very well over in Holland. He could definitely come in and do a job. Even this guy, George Alustri, another guy who came in from Barcelona on a free transfer again, using the free market of under 21 players, send them out on loan, develop them, talent factory. Tries killer balls often and plays 1-2s. Look at those for a deep line playmaker on support. He's definitely got enough about him to be a starting player in this Marseille team. However, Monchi was there. We've not had much interest in Monchi, but if Monchi were to go, he comes in. I'm tempted to loan him out for one more season with a recall option, and go from there. So we don't need a centre mid. We don't really need a striker. We don't need any more centre backs. The only sort of wingers we've got in and around first team level, maybe this guy, Jonathan Patu, another regen. He's got the Zealand face pack on him there. Not the best, but he's okay. 18 appearances for Boavista. Again, doing very well over there. Not got an assist though, so I'm not sure whether they're playing him as an AM or whether they're playing him as a winger. But our head of youth development, Christian Spachman, thinks he plays regularly enough, so that's fine. Anybody else who can probably come in? Fabian Luzi, 13 appearances for Porto, another free transfer. He'll probably go out on loan for another 2 years if he can develop a little bit more. He's going to be a very good striker. Ugo Bear Telly is somebody I completely forgot we had. Um, Look at those attributes. Again, 20-year-old French midfielder. Um, can play a couple of positions. They're saying he's only really good as a central midfielder. I think he could probably play as a segundo volante, as like the deep line role. Not got any traits on him at the minute though, which is a bit annoying. But he's doing very well over at Cagliari. Luca Beretta, another one of the free ones that we brought in. He's a German under 20 international. He's gone straight on loan to Stuttgart and not done great, but not done the worst. Could probably just flip him. Papa Gay and Carducci Debe will go. Matthias Fayton's going. I know. I love Matthew Fayton on this game, but he's gone on loan to Sion, and he's not really done anything in a division that's like two below us. So we just let him go. £2 million. He's going to Sion. Lasse Skarlund was the Danish. Well, he's 16 when we brought him in. He went straight on loan to EA Gingomp. I trust them because I know the club. He's going to be a great player. I want to get him. I'm just going to keep loaning them out and just see if he can develop anymore. Another defender we've got here is this guy. It's Yassine Damani, who's an Algerian under-23 international. Very quick, very agile. His natural fitness isn't great, but he's got good stamina, so he can last the 90 minutes. Very good heading, but not the best jumping reach. Really good marking and tackling, good aggression, good anticipation, and good positioning. I really want him as a squad option. We sent him out to Sion to get game time. He's not played enough for me. we could recall him and send him back on loan to maybe a French team, but we're just gonna see him out the season. Um, and yeah, everyone else really is not at the level required to be a first teamer. And as I said, as you can see again from the squad profile, is Flutuban is 30 years of age. We need options on the right hand side. So we extended his contract. We give him another year up until January 2025. And we brought in Samuel Chukwueze from AC Milan. A lot of people know this guy. He plays for Villarreal in real life. He's a very good player. See, he played 126 games for Villarreal between 2018 and 2022. So while he was like 21, 22 years of age, he was playing a lot of football for Villarreal. Done okay at Milan, and has come to us for a snippet price of £18 million. He was on the transfer list. He is going to be our starting right winger for years to come after Tovan has gone. Obviously, Patrick Schick plays there, but he's going to be the rotation option with Chukwueze. If you look at his coaching report, they just don't. His jumping reach and is very unfooted. But and he finds it hard to adapt into the group. Other than that, if you can get around that, very determined attitude, technical player, plays a few positions. He's really fast, which we need a bit more pace because we play a bit more counter attacking now. He's still got a bit of growing to do. Still got potential to be a leading winger. They reckon he's got another star in him. Great player, really good player, fairly determined, and he's media friendly. I'm very happy with that. I am very, very, very happy with that signing, as well as the signing of Ryan Cherky. I think it's setting the club up for the future. We've got a few players in reserve as well. I'm very happy. I'm very happy with it, and that's sort of the progress. That's the update I've got for you. We've done very well, considering it ended quite badly. We've sort of got back around to it, and adapted. The only other player we brought in, actually, I'm just going to show you him now. I forgot about this guy. My scouts over in Western South America came back with a regen. He's the first proper regen that will get game time for us, and it's Miguel Diaz, the Colombian wonder kid goalkeeper. He's got 13 caps for the Colombian national team. He came in on a free transfer from Atletico Nacional and is already worth £14 million. Very, very good goalkeeper. Don't get me wrong, Ordero will be our number one goalkeeper for years and years and years, but goalkeepers peak late on this game. They peak between like 25 and 29. Obviously, Miguel Diaz is nowhere near that age. I am very happy with him. He will be our cup goalkeeper for a little while. We've got Vlad Belech as our backup goalkeeper. Probably next season, we'll loan Michel Diaz out to play full first team football, probably for a team in this division, because he's at the level to play in a senior team in this division. So it makes no sense to loan him off to lesser opposition. Very good, very happy with that. And scouting wise, we've got a few more people on that we've sort of tracked net tracking wise. If we go to our shortlist for, we want the nailed on one. It's going to take a little while to load the 70 plus people on here. So these are the guys that I'm tracking net wise, and we need more scouting on. But the ones that we are definitely interested in signing are on here. There's this guy, Yone Portilla. He's a Colombian centre back, and again, free transfer. He will be a wonder kid. Look at Arsenal, Flamengo, Forest, Villa, Milan, Wolves, into Juve, etc. Because we've got Vinias, I don't really want to take the risk on Portia. Although he does look very good, we're going to leave him. And then next up is Wesley Fofana. He is on the nailed on because if we do get offers for Dulce Caleta, which I'm sure we will do because Real Madrid have been sniffing around him, we need somebody who's at that age, who can come in, do a very... Yeah, look, he's wanted again. Arsenal want him now. We need someone who's at a good age. He's 23 years of age. Wesley Fofana, who can come in and basically do a job, and a similar job at that to what Caleta is doing. You can see he's also a ball-playing defender. He will be a bit pricey, but as a ball-playing defender, he's great. Yeah, he'll just be a fantastic signing. But he's only going to be a signing if Dulce leaves the club. Um, but yeah, Wesley Fofana is sort of the next in line as a starting centre back if need be. But yeah, we're very happy with that. Did we bring someone else in? I feel like Maddie Camara. Maddie Camara was highlighted by one of our scouts who was over in Greece, talking about undervalued players, and obviously we play the box to box slash Segundo Volante role now. And Dukes is getting on. He's 31 years of age on it now. And we didn't have a proper like for like replacement. We're using Aguirre, who was a Mexican right back who can play centre mid, and it was a bit. As a Segundo Volante, runs the ball through the centre, shoots from distance, shoots with power, physical monster, very aggressive, anticipation, off the ball, position and teamwork, work rate, brilliant. Tackle and mark and passing, long shots, first touch. He's a very good option, Maddie Camara. He came in for a lowly £7.75 million. He classes as a homegrown player because he was trained at Ajaccio. He's just great. He's actually better than Dukes. But obviously Ducore will be the starter for a while. But again, he's got very good coach report. And he's considered one of the leading players in his position in this league already. The media thing about him, I think it said about his winning mentality. He's resolute and his media handling is brilliant as well. What did it say about him? Maddie Camara. His winning presence can only be a positive, so he's slotted straight into the social group there. He's definitely. Let's have a look. Social groups. Core social group. He's not going to be in there. He's going to be in others at the minute because he's only just come in. They're new to the club, or they're not gelling well with the rest of the squad. But we do have a few secondary social groups now. I'm just very happy. It's gone very well. I mean, that's why I wanted to come back to the save, because the Marseille save and this Monchi method save was the only one I could really get my teeth into this year. Um, and we're doing what we set out to do. You know, we're getting these people in. We're we're getting pretty much the most out of them, and then we're shipping them onto a bigger team when they're 27 plus, um, or we're keeping them around and we're using them correctly. I've got no doubt Modarame will be leaving the club at some point soon. He's a fantastic striker. We've got so many good traits on him. Likes to round the keeper. He likes to beat the offside trap, and he runs to the ball often. He's tearing people apart in both Europe and the league. Um, I love him. I love him. He's a very good player. But I've got no doubt that one of the big boys will be sniffing around him soon. He's only 21 years of age. Wait until he's 23, and he'll be one of the best strikers on the game. I can guarantee it. Again, Monchi. It wouldn't surprise me if Barca or one of those teams came sniffing back around for him. He's 24 now. Maybe give him 2 more years and he's reached his pomp. Someone who we got in on a free, who was on the club's favourite personnel list, if we just click on this. Um, Let me know. I actually think he was on the favourite personnel list as a loan player, and then obviously came back as a free transfer. I think he was on there while he was on loan, but he's now one of our key players. He takes our penalties too. I want to send him on a leadership course a little bit more. You can see it's going up. I want him to be club captain soon. I love him. I love Monchi. He's brilliant. Um, but yeah, this is why I wanted to come back to the save. So if you don't agree with me coming back to it, then I understand. But it's just something that we've done. And I'm happy that we've done that, because I am very very happy with how it has gone for now. Um, but that's it, lads. I've got a cup game to play against Etoile. If you guys want to see some more gameplay, then let me know. I'm happy to post games, but obviously my computer's not the best, so it might lag a little bit, and be a little bit jumpy that you've seen in the past. Um, we're gonna probably play to the end of the season. Obviously, if we get to any cup finals or whatever, I can show you those. Um, yeah, we're gonna play a little bit more now, and we're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna see analytically in the next video what the squad's looking like, who's done what, is there anyone that we should really be picking up, And yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. It's just about to reach the half-hour mark. As always, please take care and please like, share the video, and click that little notification bell if you're going to subscribe. Thank you.